girls, Gorgeous Biker here, and thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video, and if there's any comments, please drop them below. Today I'm going to talk to you about my RST gear that I wear on my bike, which I absolutely love this brand, so I can't wait to share this with you. A little bit about the brand first. So it stands for Rhino Sport Technology. It's been around since 1988, and it is a UK manufactured clothing brand, although it has gone worldwide now. The brand itself is probably about mid-range price, so it's not ridiculously expensive that no one can afford it, but it's not cheap and cheerful to the point that you're like, oh, is that actually safe or not? It's really nicely designed, it feels good, and you know it's safe. It looks safe, it feels safe. It's just a nice brand all round. So first off, I'll talk to you about my gloves. So as you can see, these are summer gloves, nice and thin. They do winter gloves, but I tend to wear these all year round purely because I can feel the clutch and the brake when I'm riding. I like that. I like to feel that I'm part of the bike. You know, I'm that bike, I can feel what's going on there. With this brand in particular, as you can see, the cuff comes up quite high. They do different types obviously, but my preference is that this cuff comes up purely because it feels nice wrapped round. I feel secure, I can tuck my jacket in there. It's all secure and safe. With this as well, it's got the Kevlar carbon in there, and you can hear how hard that is. You know, if you're coming off that bike, you've got that protection on your knuckles. So it's a really safe pair of gloves. They've also got plastic in there as well to protect the fingers. The leather's really thick and it will protect your hands. It's just a really nice all-round pair of gloves. I really like them. They also have the air holes in, so you don't get really hot hands and that sort of thing. Obviously, as you can probably see from that, it does not mean it's waterproof. So if you have a load of rain come down, your hands are probably going to get wet. So that's why I say if you're going to be an all-weather rider, maybe have a pair of winter gloves as well. But as I say, the range does plenty of different types of gloves there. So yeah, really nice pair of gloves, really safe. They've got that protection part on it and really high cuffs there. So yeah, really nice pair of gloves. I highly recommend them. But as I say, I'm a bit of a summer rider, so I like to stick to me my summer gloves. Another thing with these gloves is just to point out, some of them do have the ring finger and the pinky attached. This is purely another safety aspect, so that if you did come off your bike, you're less likely to break your fingers. But these ones obviously don't. But yes, just bear it in mind, because I know a lot of them do that now. These range between about £45 and £75. I was really lucky and got them in the sale for £45. So keep an eye out on the RST websites and other sport bike shops. They do tend to do 10% off and 20% off. So really worthwhile, because it is definitely worth saving a few bob on them. So yeah, that's the blades, the RST blades. Really nice pair of bike gloves. Next, I'm going to move on to my RST boots. Now, these are my all-time favourites. I actually asked for these for a birthday present because I literally didn't have the money at the time when I was a student. Absolutely amazing pair of boots. Just look at them. They look incredibly awesome. I just like them. They make you look good. You turn up to somewhere with a load of bikers around, especially as a woman, and you're wearing a nice pair of leathers, and they're like, "Oh, look at her. She looks like she knows what she's doing." And like, if you look good, it makes you feel good. It makes you ride good. It makes you feel good in yourself, and that's really important. And that's what I find is really vital as a woman, and even as a man. If you feel good about yourself, that's the main thing, and that's what makes you ride sensibly sometimes. Anyway, moving on. So with these, they've got really good ankle support going on there. So all round, the whole thing's very supportive. They've got toe sliders on there, which protect your toe. But if you're a sport bike rider, especially if you're going around corners, there's that extra aspect of protection there. The soles themselves are really thick and really well made. They're very thick and very well made, and the air holes in them keep the air circulating around your foot, which is also a very good aspect to the boots. They've also got the Kevlar built in around the boot, and a lot of ankle and leg support. You know that this is going to protect your foot. Especially if you came off your bike and it got caught underneath, you know that leg is protected as well as it can be. But yeah, all round it's a really, really, really nice pair of boots, and you look absolutely gorgeous. What can I say? With these as well, another good thing about them is the zip. You know, when you first buy a new pair of boots, it's going to be a bit stiff, but once you've actually like started wearing them in a bit, it slides up easily, and the Velcro keeps it all insecure to stop it from flapping around when you're, especially at high speeds on a bike. And they're just really comfy. You can walk in them as well, which you wouldn't think looking at them, but they are really comfy to walk in, really comfy to ride in. So yeah, that's a little bit about the RST Evos. Now these cost me £155. Well, the person who bought them for my birthday. So they do range depending on what type you get, but these were in the sale. They were 10% off, so £155, but as I say, it varies depending on what kind of boot you're looking at getting. As I say, I tend to go for something that matches. I like the colour scheme thing going on there. I'm a bit of a tart, what can I say? I like to look the part and all that. Anyway, moving on. So here I've got my leather trousers. Now, these are new. I've only worn them once, and I absolutely love them. They look awesome. Like, when I'm wearing them, I feel really good in them. I feel like I look amazing, you know. I'm wearing my gear, I look like I'm part of this community, I feel like I can go out with these people, and I feel safe, and I don't feel like, sometimes I've been out previously and like, you know, trousers that don't fit properly, or boots that aren't like fully protected, and you're thinking to yourself, well, if I'm going at high speed and I come off of this bike, am I going to be safe, you know? And with this brand in particular, I always find that it's very well made, very well designed. It's got really good safety aspects, and at the end of the day, what money can pay for life? You know, you're paying money to be protected, to look after yourself. Anyway, enough of the morbid stuff. So these trousers are really, really comfy. They have a zip at the bottom of both legs, so it really goes in quite thin, so that slips into your boot nicely there. It fits, it feels comfortable. As I say, I had a pair of trousers that were ill-fitting. They were too big for me, and I was trying to wrap them around to fit them into my boot, and it was really uncomfortable, and I was constantly fiddling with it when I was trying to ride, and it's just dangerous, and it doesn't make your bike journey enjoyable. So yeah, they fit really good. Then we can move up here. We've got the knee sliders. You can take these off, and you can get your own, like, different colours and all sorts of things like that. If you want to be a little bit flashy, a little bit tarty, you want to stand out or whatever, yeah, you can get different colours. So if you wanted to match your bike or something, you can get ones to match your bike or something like that. They're really nice. This is a safety aspect more than anything. So if you're a sports bike rider and you want to put your knee down, you know you've got that protection. Within the knee as well here, it's got the Kevlar protection and going on in there as well. So you know you've got that hard protection there. And it is hard. It's really hard. So you know that's safe. It's very well, most of it's leather, but then in the inside of the leg, this is a different kind of material going on there, which makes it breathable. You don't feel like you're getting hot and stuffy and awful like that and sticking to the leather. Inside, it's got a lining in it, which also makes it feel a lot more comfortable when sliding them on. It's easy to get them on. They're also, a really good feature with these is on the back of them, as you can see, we've got a zip part here. So if you do buy the jacket to match, you can actually make it into a pair of all-in-ones. I'm personally a two-piece person. I've always enjoyed wearing a jacket and trousers. That's just my preference. But I do have friends who would highly recommend a one-piece purely for safety aspects and things like that. But you know, my friend, he'll say to me, oh, I like a one-piece because if I come off, I know it's not going to roll up. But then that's again where this comes in. You can zip it to your trousers if you feel that you want that all in securely. But yes, really nice. You can tighten it around the middle, really comfortable, and again you can make it into a one piece. It's really nice pair of trousers, really nicely made. Roughly I paid £175 for these, so again not ridiculously priced. They look good. They look really gorgeous. I love the design of them. and they just look really trendy. When you go out to bike meets and stuff and you see loads of people and you're all dressed nice with your bikes and you look the part, and it's just really, really good, and you feel like part of this community. So yeah, that's the trousers, really comfortable. They come up quite high as well onto your back, so that when you're bent over on your bike or anything like that, your back's not out on show. You're well protected, you're warm, and you're safe. So I've been on a lot of forums and there's massive like love for this brand, like how I feel about it. But the same as me, there is one downside to it, which is that it's not waterproof. But what leathers are, if you're going to be out in the pouring rain, you're going to probably get wet. So my recommendation for this is either get some waterproof spray, which you can spray over your leathers, which help keep it sort of dry and everything, or get some like waterproof overalls to wear over the top. But personally, I wouldn't really want to wear them. Like when I was 16 on a moped, yeah, I had a pair of blooming waterproof overalls because that was my only means of transport and I didn't want to get wet. But because I'm sort of a summer rider, I don't need to buy like overalls. But if you are someone that rides all year round, waterproof spray, get yourself some overalls to keep yourself dry and comfortable. But yeah, as I say, I've done my years of getting wet, so I'm sticking to the nice weather. But yeah, that's the only downside to that. And as I say, that's a lot of things that I picked up on the forum. It's about the waterproof side of it, but it will keep you dry in like minimal rain. Okay, so that's all from me today. I hope you've enjoyed this video and thank you for tuning in, and I'm looking forward to next week's video. Stay safe, peace out, and be gorgeous.